Hey, this is just Ben on the front end, here to tell you to give the podcast a rating if you don't mind, and follow it or subscribe to it on whatever you're listening to this on. If you want to send us an email, we'll read it and maybe talk about it on the show. It's deadensigns@gmail.com, and we got a Twitter. Anyway, if you could do all that, please. That'd be really nice. Bye, enjoy the show.
Simon & Schuster AudioWorks presents Star Trek: The Next Generation.
New year.
2024.
You see, guys, you saw we're back after a year.
Yeah.
Next year, we're back.
I haven't seen you since last year.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
Sick. You're sick.
yeah. We got all.
Well, I'm not sick anymore, but I sound sick.
Yeah, I'm a lot more. I recovered quite rapidly because of my superior genes. I think that's what happened.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Strong immune system.
Strong immune system.
I guess so, yeah.
Beautiful face,
I don't know what that has to do with the...
large,
With the
muscular
recovery.
body. Somewhere.
I guess that would
Yeah.
probably contribute to the
Mm-hmm.
recovery time.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Gigantic brain.
I don't know if that would help, but sure.
Yeah.
Anything else? Big feet, maybe? Large hands?
I'll let you finish it. 'Cause you know.
What?
Doesn't matter. Let's move on. Anyway, so...
So how was your Christmas period, including the New Year's and the 1 week we missed?
No, it's been fine. Just spending time with my family, I guess. But how was yours?
You know what?
Mhm.
You're not going to believe it, but the exact same.
Oh, wow.
How crazy is that, huh?
Yeah, it's pretty
would've thought?
crazy.
Oh, Christmas time, no less? No way. It's insane.
Well, I hope everybody
I,
listening to this had a beautiful and calm and,
Yeah.
nice Christmas and New Year's.
Hope you enjoyed your time. I got into a little game called Exoprimal.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
That was fun.
You got
game's
that
gonna
under your
die
tree.
very soon.
You
It's
got-
going to die very soon.
Yeah.
But what can you do? They shouldn't have made it a full price game that you buy and then there's a battle pass and lots of DLC and stuff immediately.
Your grandma
Um,
got
And
Exoprimal
grinding.
from the discount bin at Best
Yeah,
Buy.
well, I
Yeah.
asked for Warhammer Dark Tide, sure, and then she was looking through and she was like, "This looks." He said he wanted a game where he fights lots of dinosaurs.
Yeah.
I think,
I hear him
this
talking about
was
dinosaurs
probably
all the
it.
time.
and
Yeah.
then she bought me that, and I was like, "Well, thanks, Nan." But
Mhm.
you got to make the best of it. So I gave it a go, and you know what? It is fun.
She knew what she was talking
It's a
about.
good game. It's a good game. It's just difficult to recommend because I'm like, hey, you guys want to buy a full-priced game, full-priced live service game?
Yeah. She has a
No,
YouTube channel.
can't
She
blame
has your Nana has a YouTube channel where she reviews games, and she was like, "Exoprimal, favorite game on 2023, 10 out of 10."
I give this a buy this for your grandson out of don't buy.
Yeah. Hello,
This
gamers.
This isn't a rent. This is a buy for grandson. They're gonna love Exoprimal. This review has been paid for by Capcom.
Yeah.
And thank you for the review copy of the game.
She gave you a review copy. She's like, I don't need this
Oh, man,
anymore.
come on. Oh, here you go. This is for you. I think you might like it.
Yeah.
There's lots of incredible designs of exosuits, each with their own unique form of gameplay and interesting ways of clearing waves.
She's reading the script she got from
Yeah.
Capcom to you,
Yeah.
and she's giving it to you. Well, next episode, I'm reviewing a series of plug-in consoles to your TV. One is shaped like Spider-Man's face. The buttons are its eyes.
I got one of those for Christmas when I was younger. I got like a SpongeBob one.
I got one which was just like a gigantic keyboard, like like not a
What the
play
hell?
keyboard, like a keyboard, like a PC keyboard, and it had like a
Mhm.
typing game in it where you train yourself to type and stuff.
That's
Yeah.
not the same kind of thing, bro.
Yeah, and
It's not the same kind of shit, dude.
yeah, but then it
I
also
got like games where you would like do platforming levels as SpongeBob and Patrick. You're there like doing Mavis teaches typing for Christmas.
No, but you could put in like Smash Bros into like Smash Bros on the 8-bit console, yeah. But it's like it was one of those like rip-off Pegasus, consoles, but in a keyboard shell, or a PC
Okay.
keyboard shell. So I could play like my 1 in a million, 999 games in one, on it too. So
Mhm.
it was a good one. It was a good
They
one.
were sort of the kings of Christmas for a little while, the plug and play devices.
Mm-hmm.
It was nice to get it. You'd open it up. I remember one that I think my little brother got at one point was like a Lord of the Rings like motion game.
Yeah.
You would set up like a sensor and you would have the sword and then you would like block stuff with the sword and stuff.
That's so
It was like an early Wii,
yeah.
but it didn't work very well. It was very difficult.
Aragorn teaching you how to fight.
Yes,
Yeah.
because you had the little like you had what's his nuts, the Frodo's little sword that he has in that movie.
The Sting or whatever it's
Sting.
called. Yeah.
Sting, yeah.
Sting, like the singer,
I always mix it up with the sword that the what's her face gets in Game of Thrones.
I haven't watched Game of Thrones.
Little, like needle or something. I think it's called needle. It's like a rapier.
You know that I haven't watched Game of Thrones, and you're like,
Well, I
trying
don't know.
to get
I
me.
can't remember whether you have or haven't watched Game of
You
Thrones.
don't
bro.
remember
I don't
anything.
have a big list of things Max has seen, things
Mhm.
Max has not
Yeah.
seen.
You
that
just
I
don't
like
pay attention to
cross-reference.
me. You don't pay.
I
You
thi-
don't
I
give me
think
the attention I desire, and I
that
don't
what I
like where
usually
this
do is
relationship
I-
is going.
I sit here and I think of a joke and then I go, hold on, wait, right there, give me a minute, Max. I need to cross-reference this with my
Mhm.
has Max seen it sheet.
Yeah.
Let me see.
What's on there? What's on
no,
the
what
Max
do you
seen
have?
it list, huh? If you
If
have it right there, you might as well read something off of it, huh?
which side do you want? The Max has seen or Max hasn't seen?
Max has seen, yeah.
Okay, well, there's Star Trek Enterprise.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
That's on the has seen. Do you
Yeah.
want something else or?
Yeah. Give me another item from it.
Okay, there's Star Trek Deep Space Nine.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, what's the third item? What's on the third one?
Well, I think you've probably seen a little movie we're going to talk about today.
Probably like some indie production.
I'm many are calling it Zack Snyder's opus. And I'm inclined to agree with him. It's Rebel Moon.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
The start of Zack Snyder's world. He has opened a portal to this universe, and he's invited us in. He's beckoned us in with his hands, like, come and check this out. I think you're all gonna like it.
Yeah, I feel like
I think
if
you're all gonna like what's going on in here.
when people
We got a
ask-
little bit of everything. I just kind of mixed it all
yeah,
together.
when people ask you like, what world would you want to live in, or like
Mhm.
if you get stuck in this world, what would you do? If I got stuck in a Rebel Moon universe, I think I would die of boredom. I think like just naturally, like they would just find my corpse curled up, dead. You know.
Well, welcome to Dead Ensigns. We forgot to do the intro. I'm Ben. This is Max.
Yeah, that's me. Here's the review.
I'll want like a death of lack of
Yeah,
lack of enrichment.
Yeah, it's like I
That's
just
fair.
choose
I get
to
that, I
die.
get that.
It's just
I don't know, because it's like from the looks of this movie, there's a whole like 40K side of it of like constant conquest and war,
mm-hmm.
but that's not present in the movie at all because that's in a different part of space. I think.
Yeah, because
We get flashbacks of it a little bit, and
Yeah.
then that's it.
yeah, they show it in slow motion. so you
Max,
can
I have a question for you.
long, good look at it. Yeah, go on.
I have a question for you. This is called Rebel Moon Part 1 Child of Fire. Who's the Child of Fire?
I think it's supposed to be the Emperor's daughter. That's
I
my
had
guess.
I thought it was supposed to be the main girl, maybe, but at no point does she really have anything to do with being a child or being or fire.
Because I thought, like, you know, her, like...
But neither does the Emperor's daughter doesn't either. They just have some kind of weird life power.
Yeah, she has, like, some weird... I did also thought that she was going to be the child on fire or whatever.
I had assumed she might be the child of fire, but I suppose that doesn't really make any sense, seeing as her story involves looking after the child of the Emperor's daughter. Max, I have a second question.
Mm-hmm.
What is the Rebel Moon?
Are they on the moon? Is that supposed to be a moon?
No,
I think
they're on
so.
like various different planets throughout the whole thing.
Because, like, maybe... Because technically a moon can be, like, you know... can it be? Can it, like, sustain life? Yeah, you can.
Yeah.
It can be.
Dude, Avatar's set on a moon.
Yeah, exactly. So it is technically... I guess that's where the rebellion starts. That's why it's called... Yeah, I don't know.
It's called the Rebel Moon. They decided to center the whole title around it's you're saying that the planet that they're on is the titular Rebel Moon.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. But
folks, this movie is bad. My very first note that I made for this movie was ugliest movie I think I have ever seen right off the bat.
Jesus Christ.
I think it just looks really bad. It's made worse by the fact that it looks like they tried very hard to make it look good.
Yeah.
And it kind of horseshoes around to looking bad again, you know?
Yeah, like there is some weird stuff that happens in this the way they're shooting this film. Like, it seems like they're shooting it on, like, some weird, like, fisheye lens or something, but it's, like, a weird lens. Like, everything's completely out of focus all the time. Like, it's only, you know, the foreground is in focus, so the background is just a blur. It's like a big, you know, what is it called? Like an ink spot. Like, it becomes just nothing. And you have the
like
main
a
character.
Rorschach kinda.
Yeah, get it? Because another movie that he had like a Rorschach mask, you know? Maybe that's the reference that he was going for. Yeah.
That's probably what he was going for.
Inconquerable.
Far be it from me to doubt Zack Snyder.
Zack Snyder. Yeah, and you have that weird effect where around the edges of the screen, it's completely deformed. Like
that's the curve of the lens.
Yeah, I know, but
you know,
but it doesn't seem intentional. Like it's not a stylistic choice. You know what I mean? Like it.
I never noticed what you're talking about.
Yeah, because I was watching it on a big TV. I was watching it on a big 4K piece TV. The way Zack Snyder intended it to be watched. Not in a cinema.
My point of view on it being ugly is that everything looks very, very fake, but not in a way that is charming in any way.
Yeah.
It just looks factory made.
Yeah.
Everything looks bad. It all looks really bad.
I love when they show the town and it looks like it's like a small gnome village. The town
is awful.
Like,
I made a note about this.
Yeah. It's like
what was it?
It's like a gnome village.
Anytime they do like a landscape shot of like the whole village early on, it looks like a Wes Anderson diorama.
Yeah, literally. Yeah,
it's really fucked up. It's like this looks too small for people to live in. This is a really bad attempt at like a digital map painting. I guess.
Yeah,
and the mountain behind it looks minuscule.
Yeah.
It just all looks so like tiny and flat.
There's a waterfall there too, and it like just it leaves you with questions, you know, when you like.
I don't know what they were thinking when they made this movie.
It's like this movie.
Strange decisions that don't work.
Do we want to talk about the plot? Like, are we gonna jump through the plot?
Well, it's a really simple plot because a lot of it is more just like framing for some action set pieces and stuff. So it's very simple. Have you ever seen Seven Samurai?
Yeah, I have seen.
Classic narrative structure nowadays. Small village. There is a runaway soldier, really great soldier, hiding in this village.
Yeah.
She came along there one day and she's been sort of adopted into the community as she's hiding from the evil empire that is present in this world. They keep pressuring her to have a child,
have sex. Yeah.
In fact, that's the thing. A movie maybe starts with an orgy.
Yeah. Basically,
They
he goes
kind of are like
he does like a thing where it's like get a hard on now, you know, like
they're like she's tilling a field right at the beginning against a big bright sun or planet in the sky. She's sort of silhouetted against it, toiling away. Guy comes up. He's like, "Hey, he's come back from the hunt. They hunted meat. We haven't had meat in so long. Come eat meat with us."
Yeah.
They go down to the hall, the town hall. Everybody's eating meat and having a good time and drinking. And the leader of the town makes a speech that is like, "All right, everybody, let's take off our pants. Come on.
Yeah.
Let's get freaky."
Yeah, we gotta till our genitals like we till the soil of our
Time
land.
to plow the fields of woman
Yeah, exactly.
with our seed. Am I right, gentlemen of the town?
Yeah.
Let's go. There's a great shot here as well where she's talking to her
Stepdad.
I guess adopted father,
Yeah.
you could say, even though he adopted her when she was like
Yes.
35, maybe.
It is literally that.
It's more like her
Guardian.
Her guardian.
Mm-hmm.
There's a great shot I love where he's trying to like set her up with the guy that got the meat, you know,
The big
hunter.
elk, yeah.
And there's a great shot where he's like, she's like having a good time, and he's like, what do you like more, the meat or? And he turns to show the guy at the back, and it's held for too long.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And you're kind of like, he's kind of implying like, do you like the meat or him? And then after way too long of a silence, he turns back and goes, the hunter.
Oh,
it's like,
yeah.
I got it. You didn't have to.
You didn't have to do it.
You didn't have to say the hunter bit.
Because you don't, Ben,
cut that.
this is the theme of this movie is tell, don't show, you know?
Tell, don't show.
Yeah.
There's definitely a lot of expository dialogue of characters just kind of saying their past and
exactly,
and what they want to do and stuff. Because end of the day, this is Seven Samurai. Next day, the Empire turns up and they're like, "Hey, can you give us grain?" Leader of the village is like, "No, bro, sorry, can't do that. We don't have enough."
And
the Empire guy is like, "You've got so many fields," and he's like, "Well, we got so many fields because they yield." Yield so little grain, you see. And the guy's like, all right, okay, I guess. I can tell you're lying to me, but I guess, if you say so. And then a little upstart guy called
there's the literal nerd, the literal nerd emoji guy comes around and he's like,
well, actually, the leader isn't lying. We have plenty in storage that we could spare if you would like to trade it with us.
And then the whole thing starts where he's like, "Oh, you're gonna let your people talk up for you? Come on, you gotta show discipline." And then it turns out the admiral the evil admiral is actually setting up to attack and kill the leader of the town.
He kills him. He just kills him.
Murders him with the special stick that they have.
They make a big deal of it to show it, but it doesn't actually mean anything because it doesn't look cool. So
it doesn't look cool. It just looks like a strange stick. I made a note here because afterwards they show like a lightsaber killing like some random woman.
No, it's
interesting.
It's his wife.
All right, but you know what I mean, though. Some random, who gives a fuck? Some random woman. I don't say random as in, like, there's not at least, like, a little bit of connection between them. I mean random in that she's not a character.
Okay, she is not,
Anyway, one of the villain's henchmen pulls out, like, a lightsaber device and fucking kills her immediately with it, but it's given absolutely no build-up or play whatsoever. But the super special, like, cudgel, the stick, is the most important part of this whole ceremony.
Yeah, like the priest gives it to him. Like they literally have like the like priests, like they literally have like tech priests from Warhammer there to like follow him around, and give him the stick, and then it's like a big deal, you know.
There's a whole ceremony to it, but it doesn't feel like it has that much ceremony, because the way they kind of treat the stick it's important, but none of them seem to really care about it. It's like they have this ceremony, but
Yeah.
they're just kind of doing it just because.
Yeah.
Like, well,
It's
something
like-
to do, I guess.
It exists to be put into those visual like encyclopedias like that Star
Yeah,
Wars would
yeah.
release, and there would be, this is what they're going to do with this movie. They're going to release like a visual encyclopedia, and it's going to have the stick of whatever, and it will have like a description and a picture of it, you know, or something.
But this is where our Seven Samurai plot starts, because much like Seven Samurai, they are told. Well, in Seven Samurai, they're not told, obviously. But in this
Yeah.
movie, the evil admiral says, "Okay, you guys got like I can't remember the
like
exact
9
amount of time."
weeks or something. there
Well,
was.
I was gonna say I can't remember the exact amount of time because it's inconsequential with the way that the movie plays out.
Mhm.
But either way, he says you got to have enough grain. You got to have more grain than you can feasibly produce in that
Yeah,
time,
basically.
or we'll kill all of you.
The nerd guy comes out. He goes like, "That's barely enough to feed us," you know.
Yeah.
And he goes like,
man,
"I don't care."
We can give you that much.
And he's like, "Well, you shouldn't fucking said anything, then,
And it's
bro."
like, yeah, exactly. And it's amazing because
Just anything else, we'll
the
leave.
main lead, she warns them. Like she literally says,
She
they're
tells
going to
specifically
take
that
everything.
guy. His name is something like Gunther. I can't remember. She specifically warns him, don't give him an inch because they'll take a mile. You know, give
Yeah.
a mouse a cookie, as is in line with obviously Zack Snyder's mentality on the world. Give a
Yeah.
mouse a cookie. You know,
Yeah,
Ask for
exactly.
some milk, give him some milk, etc., etc.
Mhm.
Anyway, thus begins our Seven Samurai plot. The hidden in exile soldier decides. She's not really into it yet. She's kind of like, "Damn, we're all fucked."
Yeah, she's planning to run away. Like she has,
Yeah,
like
she's just gonna run off. The admiral leaves behind a little contingent, I guess, for
of
security
rapists.
reasons.
Yeah.
Yeah, it turns out they're rape. We'll get to that. We'll get to that. One of them's nice though. One of them
Yeah,
is a
one-
robot who's nice, and one of them is a boy who is nice.
Yeah, exactly.
Either way, they're like boisterous. They take over a barn, and they're like, "This is gonna be our home."
Yeah.
They grab a maiden, most fair, and very openly. There's no nuance in this
No
whatsoever.
nuance.
They are just saying we will gang rape her.
Yeah.
Very,
and
so, like 30 minutes in, and I'm like, look, I'm not gonna be like you can't cover topics like this. But this is definitely one of those examples where like this is kind of just
this
really
is, by the way,
badly
this
written.
movie has no blood in it, and it's
Yeah.
PG-13. And
And
one of
it's
the
PG-13, and it has.
ma-
We'll get to the second one, but it has 2 instances of like a threat of sexual violence.
yeah, like this. The
It's,
literal
very
main
strange.
commander says, "I'm going to split this
They are
sapling
evil.
in half myself first,
Yeah, and then he's like, and then you can all have her.
and then we're going
It's,
to turn her into a whore." That's what he
yeah.
says
Yeah, that
in a
is the exact
PG-13 movie.
It's interesting. It's important to note that they're all South African as well.
Oh yeah, they do.
they have
That's
South
the
African
accent that they're
accents.
putting on. Yeah, I didn't. Yeah,
Yeah,
you're
the
right.
town. It's the village is like
Irish.
Scandinavian. No,
Oh
it's
yeah,
not
it's like yeah,
Scandinavian.
yeah. They're like Scandinavian. They live in like Scandinavian houses too, like made of like
Yeah.
sheetrock, like one of those slab rocks. Yeah. It's,
Anyway, the nice boy soldier stands up and he's like, "No, we shouldn't rape this woman." And then obviously they turn on him. They start beating him up, and they're like, "You're gonna get to watch it." Ha ha ha! Lol. This obviously spurs our heroine onward,
yeah,
as she must now defend. She realizes, I can't let them do this abhorrent act.
yeah,
And goes in, and there's a big action sequence, and there's a lot of slow mo. She kills like 8 guards, 8 of
Yeah.
these army guys in a row. They kind of get in a bit of a
Stand
hostage
still,
situation.
yeah.
The commander, he's got his gun to the girl's head. The nice robot comes in. The guy commands a robot.
There's
kill hero.
a big thing. They say that the robots don't fight because the emperor
I don't
is
even
dead.
care. I don't even care. I don't
That's
want to
a
get
big
into
point of it.
Hey, do you want to know something? If it's a big point, how about they do something with it in this damn movie? Okay, I don't want to even talk about. Here's the thing.
What do
I
you
don't
mean
want
you
to.
did?
I
you
don't want to
went-
humor him. Shut
you-
up! Shut up! Shut
you-
up! I don't want to humor Zack Snyder. Okay, the whole issue with this is that they're coming at this like, okay, we need to have the whole world set up before we make even one compelling movie in here, and they make a big point about these stupid robots and their lore, which I'll be honest, it's not even like bad world building. It's kind of interesting, you know. It's a bit intriguing. I would like to know more, but they don't do anything with it in this fucking 2-hour, 15-minute movie.
Did you not
so
like
I don't give a fuck. I'm
the
not bringing it
robot
up.
sitting down with the girl and talking
No,
for
I didn't.
20 minutes?
No, I didn't.
Like,
they
just
got
stuff-
Anthony Hopkins to voice the robot. They got him to say about 3 minutes worth of dialogue total, and that's it. And maybe they'll do more with him in the second movie. At the end of this movie, he's standing in a field with like a fucking horns and a big stick, and it's like, well, hey, I don't fucking care, idiot. Leave me alone. So no, I'm not going to go into detail. If there's anything that hints at the world outside of this movie, I'm not even going to mention it because I don't give a single fuck because it doesn't play any importance to the narrative, you know?
Yeah, well, you know.
So fuck the robot. The guy tells the robot, kill this lady. He doesn't. They kill him because his guard is dropped for but a moment.
Yeah.
Robot runs away. End of robot. Don't even think about the robot again because, hey, guess what? Zack Snyder didn't give a single fuck.
Yeah, they gotta have a cross section of the robot in the visual encyclopedia that you'll be able to see.
Yeah. There's going to be a whole 3-page like breakdown on this robot and the robots in this world, and you're going to come away from it going, wow.
Well, that was interesting.
None of
I
that
guess.
was important. Thus begins our heroine's agency. She must save this village. They're gonna start something here.
Yeah.
They're gonna start a rebellion on this moon. She's gonna go around. She's gonna collect some
companions
heroes to help, some companions to help. Lead into sexual assault, threat of sexual assault, scene 2. She goes to a seedy Mos Eisley style cantina.
Yeah,
and,
they literally in Japantown. By the way, this
it's very
like just Japan.
It's very Japanese inspired little like Western town.
Yeah,
they go to a bit of a cantina.
Yeah,
cantina. And a big scary alien gay guy comes up and he starts asking the hero if she can pay her to fuck Gunther, who she's brought with him.
Yeah,
he really, really wants to fuck Gunther. He's makes a big point to talk about how by the end of it he's going to be begging for more. Again. Movie for families during the Christmas time. A little action adventure movie for the whole family. Very strange. No, I don't get it. But nevertheless, she kicks his ass a bit. He runs off. She takes that as a moment to like stand up and be like, anybody know where I can find this one specific guy whose name I can't remember? Yeah. He's going to help us lead a rebellion. Some weird alien who uses a corpse to talk answers her, and I was like, that design's kind of cool. Not going to go into it now, because didn't make a difference to anything. He answers, he's like, oh, he's on the arena planet with the arena, you know, where there's a big arena and fighting, and they love fighting, and there's an arena. Okay, anyway, bye. Big gay guy comes back. This time he's got friends.
Yeah. We're gonna all
tries to kill our heroine. Yeah. Second super big action sequence, lots of slow motion. She kills all of his friends as well as him, and then we get introduced to Han Solo. You mentioned him. Here's the thing: he is a bit of a Han Solo, but as far as the Seven Samurai narrative goes, he is more akin to the little like urchin-y kind of like weird guys, you know? Yeah. In the little inn that they're staying in, the barn or whatever that they're staying in, who are like, at first they're making fun of them because they're like, these villagers want to hire samurai to different from bandits, what a bunch of fucking morons. But then by the end of those scenes, they're like, yo, we found another fucking samurai, dude. This guy said he'll work for food. Come check it out. We want to help you now because your plight is compelling. So he's similar to that in that he's like, because Han Solo wasn't like, oh, I'll get us some more guys. Han Solo was just a ship, you know.
Yeah, but he also has a ship.
No, right. But what I'm saying is, Han Solo was like, "Hey, if you pay me, I'll fly you around because that's all I really care about doing. It's a weird mission, but you pay me, I'll do it." This guy's like, "Hey, I know where you can get even more people that can help you. Also, I have a ship that you can use free of charge because I don't know, I just want to help, I guess.
Yeah,
I'm just kind of nice, you know. Don't worry about it.
I'm nice.
Don't worry about it.
Yeah.
Wink, wink. Don't worry about it, everybody. Wink, wink.
No,
wink.
no alternative motive in my, helping you. Although
Anyway,
seem like the skeeziest guy ever. Too.
Although
like,
I seem like, also I'm Irish. Although I seem like the absolute skeeziest scumbag in the world. Don't worry about it. I'm chill. Actually, I'm actually so chill.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, we'll run through these because obviously we don't want to spend too much time on the recap. We're just having fun here. They go to Conan the Barbarian and they save Conan. He helps tame. They make a wager with a dude who is Conan is in debt to a guy.
Yeah.
And he's like, "Sorry, I would come and help you. I'm the prince of a planet that the Empire destroyed, but unfortunately, I owe this big fat guy some money, so I have to stay here and be a slave for him. Sorry, everybody."
Yeah, I'm indebted to Watto over there.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah. It is Watto. He is Watto.
Yeah,
He's very
he is
Watto-ish.
just basically Watto. Yeah.
You
gotta train the griffin. I mean the
well,
pod
that's the
race,
thing.
you know.
yeah. That's the thing. On the way in, they spot that there's a big griffin that they're just kind of like
but by the way,
fucking around with in
by
the
the way,
yard. Like
it's just a griffin. It's
just
not
a
a
griffin.
sci-fi thing.
It's
not
just a fantasy creature.
It found a asset in Unreal Engine like asset store, and they just plopped it into this movie and went, "Here you go." They didn't do any design work on
Very
this.
conveniently, the guy says, "Well, if you can break that, how about a wager? If you can break the griffin out there using your special Conan magic, your special Conan druid nature powers, then I'll let you free. But if you can't, then you and everybody else becomes my slave forever. Actually,
yeah,
everybody, actually, all of you become my slaves. You have just turned up on this planet to just ask me a question.
That would be funny if that movie just
like they've
dead.
literally just turned up to be like, "Hey, can we have this? Can you tell us of like." Could this guy come with us? No, but you can have him, or you can all be my slaves. And they're just kind of like, "Yeah, sure, yeah, okay, yeah, that's fine."
This guy we don't know. I guess he seems like he'll be useful to have, you know.
He seems like he can probably do it. I mean, he's strong. He can maybe break the griffin. And lo and behold, he does.
He does.
This is like, how did I have I've got some notes here that I just kind of didn't read. I wrote that the robot was horny. He was a horny robot.
I guess.
He got a bit horny.
He did. He
horny.
had like a red on his face.
She
the girl
touched his robot
him.
face, and he got like a robona.
Yeah, oil just comes out of his like pants or something.
Oh yeah, well, that's lore stuff. And I said I wouldn't go into it, but I found it funny, the little bit of exposition where the lady was like, "When I was a soldier, I was in love with another soldier."
Yeah.
Because the Empire they pair us up so that
like Spartans.
Apparently it's better if we want to fuck all the time.
Yeah. It's like
Spartans.
And
then my lover died and I was sad. We had predatory gay blob man. The Dreadnought ships look very similar to the ships in Legends of the Galactic Heroes.
They do, kind of, yeah.
I wrote my ringworm bong. Don't know what that means. Oh, wait, yeah, I remember now. The evil admiral guy is on his ship, and he's like putting this suction thing to it. He's got like a weird drug device.
Yeah.
He puts this little like suctiony thing to his skin, and it inserts drugs into him. But then when he pulls it away, it just looks like he's got a lot of ringworm.
And then he has like a tentacle monster in his room.
Yeah,
that fucks
the tentacle
him,
monster then sucks on the spots.
Yeah.
And it's like, what's going on here, dude?
Yeah, well, this is we're gonna see it. So the next.
Anyway, this is the note I wanted to get to. The scene of this guy breaking this griffin creature was so boring, dude.
Yeah, it was. It was very
so
boring.
And it made me think of when Jake Sully in Avatar gets his flying creature. And it's way more engaging.
Absolutely.
And that in general just made me think, it gave me a much greater appreciation for Avatar.
Mhm.
which, you know, people are saying, like, this is Zack Snyder's attempt at a Star Wars. No, this is Zack Snyder's attempt at an Avatar,
Yeah, it just
at which he fails miserably.
yeah.
James Cameron has the source. He can do this kind of shit, apparently. Zack Snyder is bad.
Yeah, because Zack Snyder, looking at this, Zack Snyder has no imagination. He can't create anything.
He really doesn't. He doesn't.
'Cause
He
he
can't. He just mishmashes everything
he
together.
mishmashes
he sees
a
a bit
bunch
of
of stuff.
He sees a bit of 40K. He sees a bit of Star Wars. He's
Yeah.
like, oh, we just kind of squeeze these together. You know, mix in a little bit of like
Scandinavian, Japanese,
Scandinavian, a little bit of like Orientalism,
Orientalism
almost,
for some reason, and then
squeeze it all together. Some weird cereal stuff in there. and we'll
Gladiator
see what
Planet.
happens.
Fucking
So anyway,
yeah.
they break the griffin, and then they're like, okay, this Conan's yours. Yay! He's rubbing his hands, and he's going up to his griffin like, yippee, my griffin, hooray! It's all mine.
It's
Lo
all
and
mine.
behold, the griffin kills the guy, because why wouldn't he?
Yeah.
And then I this is a point where I was like, this rogue guy sees a contact that he knew, that he brought them to,
Yeah.
like, get slaughtered as a result of this party's search, you know, for
Yeah.
people. And the Irish rogue guy is just kind of like, yeah, anyway, I know this other person you come and see.
Yeah, because he has no alternative motives. We know. He's just doing it out of the goodness of his heart,
Mm-hmm.
And so don't question it.
There's no bad thing about it. I
Yeah.
had a thought here. In Seven Samurai, when the samurai signed up, they signed up because it was like a noble and hard but achievable goal, you know?
Yeah.
And they needed the food and shelter because they were like Ronin or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
In this movie, it's very explicitly like, no, you are signing up to be part of a handful of people in a rebellion.
Yeah, like it's
Like, you are signing up to be one of 7 people who will fight an entire army.
like not just an army, an entire empire.
An
when it comes-
empire. This
Yeah.
is you are making a point here, and I don't get it. And this leads into the next person, because I really don't understand why they
Why
joined up.
she joins up? Yeah.
You get cool Asian lady with 2 swords and tattoos and weird outfit.
She has an arm, robotic arm, and 2 katanas.
This one was very straight up, just like there's the one samurai they get in Seven Samurai who is like, he dresses up he cuts his hair, he dresses up as a monk, and he goes to this thief who's hiding out in a shed, who's kidnapped like a kid.
Yeah.
And he's trying to like get out of here. He pretends to be a monk to go up and help, and
Yeah.
then he's like gonna try and convince him to like let the kid go, and then he ends up like getting into a fight with him. That's exactly what this lady does. Spider has kidnapped kid because pollution killed my babies or something.
Yeah, I can't have babies
She's
anymore.
like, you should let child go. Why kill child when you said child die? And Spider go, me kill child now. Me Spider baby die now. Baby child
Yeah,
human die.
You feel my pain now.
And then they have another giant action sequence with lots of slow mo.
With like, I love how they like from time to time during these like, it goes on throughout the series, throughout the rest of the movie, because the side characters aren't doing anything. Like
yeah.
So they would just do a reaction shot.
This
at
is
them,
like,
and
by
they'll
the
go
way,
like, ooh,
yeah. Yeah, they're like, oh my god, whoa,
Oh my
this
God.
lady's crazy.
Yeah,
This
and-
is like an hour and 40 minutes into the
Yeah.
movie, by the way. This is like,
nothing.
this
happened.
whole movie has just been so slow, so boring. We get a bit of exposition where the main lady talks about how she was in charge of looking after the perfect Aryan magical princess
Oh yeah.
with life-giving powers.
Mm-hmm.
Which at this point I kind of thought, because it's literally like a perfect like little Aryan baby,
Yeah.
like tiny white blonde-haired baby girl
I
with
love
the
that.
power to give of life.
Yeah, I love how like this empire is like fascist, but then apparently like how would that work? Because they're like, oh, she was going to bring in an age of like peace and prosperity and like love, and I was like, well, she would still be a queen of a fascist empire,
No, but
like,
she would Max. Ayn Rand, she would have been the good one.
oh yeah, of course,
she would have been
yeah.
the one that fixes it.
she would introduce free market economics.
She
to
would
the
have been
world,
the good dictator.
Yeah, good dictator.
She would have created a lineage of good
Yeah.
leaders.
Yeah, good leaders.
But instead, she died
would
or
start-
something. I wasn't really paying attention.
She would start the good times, but then those good times would create the bad times.
The
you
good
know?
times would create the weak men, and the weak men would create the bad times. The bad
exactly.
times would create the perfect Aryan super baby.
Yeah, exactly.
Perfect Aryan super baby makes good times again.
Yeah,
but this child made me realize that we have in this hour and 40 minutes. I think we're yet to see a single black person in the entire movie.
Well, we'll get to see.
Kind of like interesting. I don't know what.
Yeah.
But then I spoke way too soon because right after that they go and get the lady that she was the guy that the lady was trying to get to from the very beginning on
He's
the
like
gladiator
a
planet.
General of.
He was General Fuckhead or something.
Yeah, he's
he was
renowned
the best,
general.
The best damn tactician general ever, except he got kicked out of the army because he's a drunk. Maybe I wasn't paying attention. I'm going to be completely honest.
Or something, and he
was not really paying attention to this guy's backstory. They find him on the streets in this gladiator planet, and they give him a wash, and she says some like motivational things, and he starts yelling a bit, but she's like, "You gotta do this though."
Yeah.
And he's like, "Yeah, all right then."
They literally wash him with a garden hoe. Like that's how
So
low
anyway,
down he is.
so that's when I kind of realized, like, I spoke too soon. All of the black people are actually on the horrid arena planet of filth and violence.
They're all fighting in the arena.
They're all
of combat.
constantly fighting because they love fighting, apparently.
Yeah.
And then you kind of get the pieces start to fit together because they meet the real rebellion.
They
meet
go
the
to
real
a
rebellion, Prince Blood Axe or something, some stupid bullshit
They
like
go
that.
to a weird alien planet that has like flying magical obelisks on them.
Yeah,
and I was
don't
like,
worry about it.
Why is this like that? Like I was like,
Who cares? Who gives a fuck? They didn't give a fuck. They had designed a planet with obelisks, and they were like, "This is cool.
Yeah, let's just
Do
put it in
this.
the movie."
This can be the planet with the fish head guy who's the
Yeah.
leader, and he's the only fish person. I think
He's like the
He was the
Mothma. He's funding
Mothma.
the rebellion.
he was hosting them. He was looking
Yeah.
after them,
Yeah,
and
exactly.
then that's when we were introduced to Blood Axe and his retinue of rebellions, his rebels, his rebel alliance, big army. They give an impassioned speech, and Blood Axe joins them again. This
They're
is
like-
this rebel alliance, this force, is where predominantly all of the kind of people of color in this movie are.
Yeah.
So it becomes a bit more obvious, like, oh, okay, that's why the government, that's why the evil empire people look like Proud Boys, and then
Yeah.
these people look like SJWs.
Yeah.
Because they've all got short coloured hair. And
Yeah, exactly. That's how it goes. But the
Lord King Rebel Leader Blood Axe decides, I'm gonna join you with some of my guys, and I'm gonna send my sister with the rest of my army to go and do something else off screen.
Yeah. Because they prepare. Because they need to prepare to like destroy the dreadnought, like the big ship that's hovering above the tiny village. So then they go. What? They go to get supplies from some planet or something.
Yeah, but then it turns out they get ambushed because the dreadnought is there to get them, and they all get. It turns out the friendly Irish roguish man tricked them.
Yeah.
He was out to. He just wanted to collect them all up so he could hand him one big bounty of all of them.
All
together.
of them had bounties on them, so he was like, "How
and
about
at one point, even the fucking at one point, the Conan guy is like, I never trusted him, and it's like, brother, it seemed like you trusted him enough.
Yeah, exactly.
Maybe you should have spoke up sooner.
Yeah. Guys, maybe we shouldn't let this guy gather us up in one spot.
Yeah, maybe we shouldn't let this guy who none of us know or trust basically be our only means of conveyance between planets.
Yeah, exactly,
But they do, and they get caught, and Gunter, who was along the whole time, they're like, all right, so the Proud Boys, the evil empire come down, they get Gunter, and they're like, all right, so you're gonna kill her. You execute her right now. And he's like, oh no, I don't want to. I love her.
Yeah.
The Irish guy pushes him too far. He's like, you love her. I know you love her.
Mm-hmm.
Killer.
Yeah, that's exactly what it
Killer.
sounds like.
Kill,
Yes.
and then he pulls the gun out of the stupid device that I'm not going to describe and turns around and then kills the roguish guy. And that's when they break out and it starts a huge battle that they win. The end.
Slow motion. And they have
Big super battle.
and
There's
then
a
she
giant
fight-
dreadnought right there. And there are guards pointing their guns directly at all of the heroes.
Yeah.
But they get out and they kill everybody else. And they win the day, and that's it. They don't even have to go back to the village to do the
Yeah.
Seven Samurai battle. They just kill everybody incidentally
Yeah.
on this planet.
And then she has the final battle with the head.
Well,
Nazi,
hold on.
you know?
We'll get to that. We'll get to that in a second. First off, the leader of the rebellion,
He
Lord
dies.
Super
yeah.
King Bloodaxe, dies stupidly because he sees one of his rebels get killed.
Yeah.
Or a couple of them get killed by one single dude.
Yeah, like,
who's in
this-
a ship shooting
Yeah,
at
he's
them.
in the turret
And he's like, I have to
people,
kill
yeah.
that guy no matter what. And there's a whole sequence where he runs and he jumps off the platform and he tries to stab him with a big pole and he misses.
Yeah.
And he ends up dying to take out this one dude.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh, I know why this rebellion guy died. Because he tried to avenge his fallen friends and fight for all of his people. instead of
Yeah.
using their sacrifice like
yeah.
a true Randian Ubermensch would.
Yeah, exactly, you know.
If he was smart, he would have taken
he
their
was-
sacrifice and fought on and made the world a better place.
He was acting on emotion, and you shouldn't be doing that.
He was not acting logically. All of
Yeah.
the other characters were acting logically, especially when not Cillian Murphy fell down onto this random platform accidentally, and he's just kind of looking around like, all right, okay, I think I got out of that one pretty well.
Yeah.
All right, I don't think I lucked out of that. And then dropping down from somewhere, who knows where, is our hero. They have a big fight. He tries to fight her with his stupid fucking stick.
Yeah.
Which she stabs him, which she smashes it, and then stabs him with it, and he falls off the platform, and then he's gone forever. Don't worry about him anymore. I was really thinking during this that I feel like they probably really wanted this guy to be played by Cillian Murphy.
Yeah, you think so?
But I think he was probably busy being in some 3-hour piece of crap instead this year, you know?
Probably, yeah.
Yeah, he was probably busy being in some other stupid shit that nobody
Yeah,
would watch.
something that's
'Cause he
like
really-
less
'cause the dude
prestigious, you know,
really-
than this. Who would
Yeah.
say no to Zack Snyder? Honestly, you know,
Because he really looked like Cillian Murphy to me.
he kind
Did
of
you
does.
get that?
He does kind of.
I
it's-
kept kind of looking at him thinking, this guy kind of looks too much like Cillian Murphy.
He has the type of
I'm gonna look
face,
him
you
up.
know.
The
Let's see
Titus,
what
the
else
former
he's been in,
general,
actually.
Ed Screen, Atticus Noble. What a great name of a character.
Yeah, I thought
Atticus Noble.
I thought it was like just his name.
He doesn't. Here's the thing. He doesn't. His name is Ed Screen.
Yeah.
He doesn't look like. He doesn't look like Cillian Murphy. But in the movie,
in the
character
movie
looks
he
like
does because he
Cillian
has a
Murphy.
hat on and it like kind of gets his face, you know. It
else
really
is there
focuses
being?
on the cuts on his face, you know, like it.
Dude, he
really-
played Dario Naharis in 3 episodes of Game of Thrones.
Wow.
Anyway, dude, he was in Taco Bell Fry Again as the Time Friar.
Wow.
It's a video short.
You know, 'cause it's like a Star
Oh,
Wars,
brother.
you know. You're
It's like a
supposed to-
Star Wars.
you're
It's
supposed
like
to
a
get
Star
like
Wars. It's like a Rebel Moon.
you need to get actors that are like kind of like known but not really, you know.
Yeah.
And
Okay, so despite the fact that they saved the day and they actually even blew up the
he was
ship
an Alita Battle
somehow.
Angel.
Okay. Despite the fact that they blew up the dreadnought somehow, I don't know how they did that. They just kind of cut around it and then eventually it was like blowing up and I was like, okay, I guess, sure. The whole thing comes down and everybody gets on a ship, somewhere. At some
Yeah.
point they get on a ship, don't worry about it. And they fly back to the little village. And they're all walking there on some sort of strange beast that is kind of like a horse, but with a big stupid thing on its
Yeah,
head.
styrofoam on its head,
It's
yeah.
got a big fucking thing of styrofoam on its head, and they're walking back, and they're like, that's the village we were going to protect, but we already protected it, I guess,
Yeah.
accidentally. So, You guys want to go hang out?
Yeah, and then it zooms out, and you see the robot standing
the robot
in the
is there. He's in
field.
the field of wheat. He's got a big stick. He's got some
Horns
on.
Yeah,
And he's just kind of standing there.
that's it. And then the
Then
movie
that's it.
finishes. And
But
then
wait!
yeah.
But wait.
Mhm.
Because who do they go, whose body do they go and
Oh my
retrieve?
God.
But Atticus Noble. Atticus Noble's body is lying on a piece
Yeah.
of volcanic rock on
Yeah,
the
I
water,
just-
so they got it. It was just kind of laying
He,
there.
he looks like he tripped in the bathtub
really
and like
doesn't
hit
like-
his back
yeah.
of his head, not
He doesn't
falling
look like
like
he
100
fell.
stairs, like flights of stairs. Like it's
He's
insane.
just kind of laying there. They pick him up. They put him in a big water embryo thing, and then
Yeah.
they send his brain to talk to the emperor.
The new emperor, the emperor.
Is it
that-
the new emperor? Is that
Yes,
the idea?
he is the same
Okay.
guy. By the way, is the same guy who brought her the main character. Up.
Yeah.
Like it's
No,
her
I got that.
stepdad.
I got that.
Yeah,
But the thing is that they I don't know why they would have a new emperor, but they always talk about the slain emperor.
yeah. I guess it's
Why
like
don't they
maybe
just talk about the guy who succeeded him?
Maybe he just like maybe it's like the sort of thing where like they haven't technically filled in the spot for the emperor. They only have like the second in command
he's
doing stuff.
interim.
Yeah,
He's
so
interim.
so
Because they
technic-
wanted like a 40k emperor thing.
yeah, of
Where
course.
they're like the emperor. I don't know anything about 40k, but I know that the emperor is like 1,000,000 years old, but also
Yeah.
dead? Question mark or something.
Yeah,
He's just this eternal figure of not alive,
yeah. They feed them,
and they
like,
wanted that because they
tigers.
were like they keep talking about the slain emperor. Like this emperor was so cool that we're not even going to replace him. We're going to just keep worshipping him in death.
Yeah.
But now it's like, but also here's the other guy.
We need someone to like actually lead us, And
Yeah,
I
they
guess-
can't be like decentralized or just have like a state of which they do have a senate because the guy mentions having a seat on the senate and the senate halls and stuff. So they do have leadership outside of this one emperor, but also they have a new emperor who's not mentioned up until like the end of the movie when he's like, Cillian Murphy, why did you lose? And he's like, it was those damn rebel moon children. It was the damn rebel moon kids. They got me, sir. And he's like, well, you go get them next time, and this time kill them. And he's like, but right away, sir. And then they bring him back to life. And now the movie's over.
Yeah, and then the movie is... And I was like, you know what? Like, it's so weird. Like, it was strange to me that he wasn't, like, fucked up and disfigured. Like, I would just thought that he would have gotten, like... they attached like a mechanical arm to him or something like that. They literally just come up. Like I was just expecting him to completely, rip off Star Wars, But I guess he just like did like a halfway thing where they find him again, but he's just kind of all right.
Yeah, they just kind of find him, and he happened to be completely fine, and they just woke him back up. They connected his brain to talk to the guy on the big frozen lake.
Yeah.
And then they're like, he's not waking up. And then they're like, well, give him more wake up juice. And then they give him more wake up juice, and then he wakes up.
Yeah. It's so
and then that's our sequel hook. By sequel hook, I mean second part of the first movie hook.
Yeah, like
because
this movie
this is the first part of a. The way it's leading up is, I was thinking, okay, pacing wise, and the fact that I know there's going to be a literal what is titled as a part 2, a second part, the second half of a story. I'm thinking, okay, about maybe like 2 hours into this film, hour 50 minutes, I'm thinking, okay, this movie is they walk around, they get their friends, they go back to the village, they're going to have a little hook for next time, but this movie is the setup, the getting the people. The second movie is going to be the training and defending the village.
Yeah.
But no, it's just they wrap it up. They go, well, they even say like, oh, well, actually, after Admiral dies, all of the ships leave.
Yeah.
For
but they
a
don't
bit,
know that they found him just taking a nap on that rock,
Yeah, but I mean, in terms of the characters, they are. It seems like their narrative
so
is wrapped
funny.
up.
That'd be
They
so
say
funny.
they're gonna be back, and she's like, well, not for a while though, because after an admiral dies, they just leave. They just
leave,
go like,
yeah.
we should probably get out for a bit.
Yeah.
For some reason, I don't know why they wouldn't have a guy who steps up and then fixes an issue and then leave, but instead they're just like, oh, we should probably all get out of it. We
like,
should probably get out of here, guys.
Yeah,
they killed an admiral.
This movie is just like, it tries to tell you so much. Like, it tries to give you so much information about this world.
It's
at the same time
building bait.
Yeah, but at the same time, you're like completely lost in this world. Like,
yeah,
like you said, you know, it's like we were talking. It's supposed to be like 9 weeks, but we have no idea how much time passed while they were doing all this.
And it's like it doesn't even matter, because at the end they just solved the issue accidentally by falling into a trap and then turning the trap around because they're just so good.
But the thing is that they're still becoming, you know, because the guy survived, you know. And it would be really funny if they just went, all right, so I guess we figured it out. I'm the Griffin guy. I'm fucking off because there's nothing I need to do here now, right?
No, well, that's the thing though, because all of the characters that have been set up don't have anything better to do.
Oh yeah, you're right. Actually, this is like,
none of them have. Conan is literally Conan's set up. His backstory is that he was the prince of a planet, and everybody except for him got killed.
Yeah,
so he doesn't have anything to do. Backstory for the Two Swords lady is that her entire family got killed, so she's got nothing better to do.
Yeah.
This is Gunther's home. The admiral guy, or the commander guy that they recruit, jack shit going on. He was just like a weird drunk guy on a planet because he has nothing else going on. All of them are literally just like random dudes. And it's the same sort of thing in Seven Samurai, where all of the characters are like... excuse me. All of the samurai are like, they don't have anything to go back to, you know? They only have the life of the samurai to live. Which is, you know, the sort of like melancholic moment at the end, in that the villagers won at the end of the day because they still have each other, but the samurai, they don't. They just have to keep moving, you know. They don't have a home. They can't stay, you know.
They
That's
just
the kind of sad part. But at the end of this, they're like, it's like the opposite. It's like, what if all of the samurai survived and they were like, you know what, we should keep being the 7 samurai and go and save other villages.
The return of the Magnificent Seven.
Let's have our found family.
Yeah,
do you all want to be a found family? Would you like to be a found family with me?
Imagine like someone says that to you and you're like, no.
Dude, no, people do say that. They say, do you want to be in my polyamorous relationship?
Oh yeah, of course, yeah.
They already say that.
That's what, like, that's,
they don't say that to me, I can tell you that much.
This is a ploy by Zack Snyder, where at the end of this, like, the second movie, they're gonna be like, we're all going to fuck each other at the end.
I mean, the movie opened with a hinted orgy.
Yeah.
The movie opened with the guy being like, hey, let's all fuck.
Yeah,
the most important duty for our village is to get fucking down and nut in some pussy and make some kids. Yeah. Let's go, raw dog, everybody.
The thing is that, like, you know, the scene where they have like the huge feuds, you know, they have the gladiator, you know, and
they spend like 5 minutes on the gladiator.
Yeah,
like the lady with the swords and Conan and shit get like these little like 15-20 minute like little like sections, you know, these little frames to do their little scenes in.
They drop the commander on the ground, and
they find him like immediately in a gutter, and they're just like, anyway, do you want to come with us? No, I'm sad. Well, you can come and be sad. We'll be saving the day with us. And it's like, all right,
listen to this motivational tape that I brought with me.
Come on, you gotta do it for everybody. And he's like, oh, you're right, I'm sober now.
Yeah. But the thing is that, like, you know, so it's like you have like these huge fields, like they're beyond the horizon, like they're stretching, you know, and there's like fucking 20 people in this.
It's small, realistically,
and they're not even using they're using fucking plows, like manual plows and shit.
There's like 50 people, and it's like. they make a point. I made a note on this. This planet is like that one episode of DS9 of the like stranded Federation people, and that one lady is like, we're living off land. We're not using any technology because they're like straight up like they're like, no, if we buy this grain off of you, we could buy you could get robots to
you could
till
get like
all of these
harvesters
huge fields.
and stuff.
It's like,
and
no, we don't want that. We love living a natural, GMO-free life.
yeah, the father is the seed. The seed fuels the ground. We come on the ground. It's
oh man, it's not. It's just not a good movie, man. It's like I said a second ago. It's world building bait. They put in like 8 million different little things that they hope that you will go, ooh, tell me more about this.
Yeah,
and Netflix, who own this property alongside Zack Snyder, I imagine. Go, well, we'd love to tell you more in the brand new Rebel Moon series, Rebel Moon, The Spiders Within. And it's a backstory on the spider people that were present in this film. And it's about General Thorm. He has to go to that planet. And we'll also tell you about the witches of Kataraka.
Are you reading that off a fucking list?
No,
like
I'm
the
making
book?
it up.
Oh, okay.
And the beings of the plains.
Yeah.
And all of these great things. And if you want to learn more about them, well, we've got a comic coming out, and it's called Rebel Moon: The Beings of the Plains.
Yeah.
And it goes into the detail of the beings of the plains.
Yeah, there's a comic.
This is what they were, because that's where the money is now. People are getting sick of superheroes. Nobody's going, we need to grab superhero properties now. People are like, we need anything. We need something that people want to buy. That nobody wants to buy anything because it's all crap. Yeah.
There's a comic, and it's Scarred General, and it's about the guy, and it's like, fuck off, you know, like.
You got a game coming out. It's called Rebel Moon and the Furies.
Oh
and
my god!
Play as the Fury team of the Empire, a legendary team that would go to planets and take on the biggest hordes of enemies possible.
Yeah.
In teams of 4, and you have to.
It's a top-down twin stick shooter.
It would be
easy to
make.
make.
It would be a twin stick shooter. Yeah.
And it's
a great example. And the thing is, you said like, oh, it's on the net. It's the Netflix has it on like their big banner thing. But
it was on Friday. It was on Friday when I was.
But those things.
I was so excited for it. You know,
those things are per person. Not everybody has the same banners.
Really? Well,
yeah. Not everybody gets the same big things.
The hidden microphones picked it up.
It just gives you things that like kind of align with the other things you watch.
Yeah.
Secondly, Netflix aren't talking about this movie because they know it's shit.
I was like,
they know people aren't going to watch this.
Because the day before, I watched Watchmen 300, Day of the... What was the Day of the Living Dead or whatever? Fall of the Dead, I don't know. I watched them all, you know, and it was in preparation. No, I didn't. But, yeah.
It's nobody's watching this movie, man. It sucks. Everybody, even... I think I made a point to tell you this before, but it's like, dude, if a Zack Snyder movie... Obviously, it's going to have a bad... critic review score because it's a bad movie.
What is it on now? Let's have a look.
But it's like if a Zack Snyder movie can't even have like a good audience score on a website, you know it's done, dude. You know you gotta
59 audience score.
You know that you gotta put this one away. If Zack Snyder can't even get the juice going for like a good audience score on a website, nah, that's done. It's done. Here's the thing, they'll probably release part 2 still in like April.
Of course.
And let's talk about it now because I wanted to bring this up to you. They're supposed to be doing the extra cut of it, right?
Yeah, of course, yeah.
Now, we don't want to just do another episode where we're like, here's what happened in Rebel Moon, this was different here and here and here. Maybe we should do Dude, the extended cut is R-rated.
Yeah. They just showed the sexual assault in this one.
Yeah, they
might as well, you know.
Extra 20 minutes of more of extended and new sexual assault scenes. Yeah,
They go
no,
to
for
each
the-
planet, and a different
maybe-
person threatens them with sexual
Maybe for
assault.
they go to pick up Conan, and it's the exact same scene, except they make a big point of the guy who's enslaving Conan to say, also I have sex with him every night because he can't say no because he's enslaved to me. And all the characters just like, okay, all right, thanks for the info.
Yeah.
Even Conan is like not that plussed about it. He's just like, yeah, it's just that's just how it is. I mean, I owe him money.
They had to
So,
cut around it, for the
yeah.
normal version.
It's awful, man. Yeah, so for the extended cut, we should do like a commentary track.
You want to do a commentary? Like, you
We
just
should
want
watch
to
it,
record
and we
it?
should just
Oh.
talk over it, We should laugh and make jokes and have fun. Because I don't want to have to do like I don't want it to come out and be like, I watch it and then be like, so this happened in the movie, this was different, yada yada yada.
Sure, if you want to.
Like, we can do that about Rebel Moon Part 2, The Scar Giver, which I can't wait to find out who the Scar... I don't even know who the Child of Fire is, let alone the Scar Giver, bro. I still have yet to know who the fucking Child of Fire was.
I miss Bakura Banzai with his subtitle, because this doesn't... That one made sense,
Yeah, at least you were like, well, I guess he did journey through the 8th dimension at one point, they tell me. In this one, they're like, this is Rebel Moon Part 1, A Child of Fire. Where was the child? Where was the fire, man? There's just a lady going around and looking at dudes who are like, hey, I'm big, strong, and tough. Hey, can you help me fight? Do you want to do a 7 samurai thing? And they're like, a 7 samurai thing? Lady, I was born to do a 7 samurai thing. I can't wait. Oh, I'm so glad you asked.
Yeah.
Oh my god, dude, this movie was so dog shit. This movie was so bad, man.
Yeah.
I gotta, you know what? I gotta look at some audience reviews. Let's see.
Like, the visual mishmash in this film of, like, different things, style, it's just so bad. I hate it. It has no visual language whatsoever. It's just whatever they had on hand, sort of thing for certain things.
This is a 4.5-star review. I kept an open mind, understanding that there will be a part 2 that will complete the whole movie. I thought the action sequence was great. End of review. End of review. 1 star. There's a lot of like low reviews that talk about how it was visually very nice, but it's like, brother, no, it wasn't. This is a 1-star review. It was really beautiful and completely devoid of anything worth your time. Did you feel like A Bug's Life needed more sexual assault? Then this might be for you.
Oh, fuck.
True. That's very accurate. This person says 0.5 star. I watched 1 episode and I was done. Not interested. Now, did they watch 30 minutes of the movie, or did they watch the whole movie and think, that's it? That was one hell of an episode, but I'm out. 2 hours in, like, this episode's long. It's a long. I know pilots are usually longer, but fuck, man,
It
this
must
is
be like a season finale or something. They tend to
Dude,
make
I
those
started
episodes
wrong.
longer.
they start the wrong episode or something. What the hell? This one's a 5-star review. 23% Rotten Tomatoes? How? Why? It was amazing. I can't wait for part 2. Way better than Star Wars. Well done.
Well done.
Even though it has its visual
my
stunning
God.
moments, all of that eye candy gets lost in a pile of inconsistent narrative. Very true. Melodramatic space opera. Very concise. I prefer the audience reviews that are at least concise.
Mm-hmm.
Like, the audience reviews that really get into it, I always read and I'm like, brother, there's no talent scouts here. Nobody's gonna be like, I'm from the Telegraph, and I gotta be honest, your Rebel Moon review was breathtaking.
Yeah.
How would you like to write for us full time? I like the ones that are just like, simple, 1 sentence, they understand what they're doing, no plot, and the movie is all over the place. Thank you. Nice and concise. Even the 5-star ones that are just like this one, loved every bit of it. It's like, thank you for a nice, concise little review there.
Yeah.
Well, could you imagine if they were like, here's RoboCop and here's the PG-13 version of RoboCop edit? you can. They're both coming out in the same year. Wait, didn't they do that with Deadpool? Like Deadpool 2 or something?
I feel like they
did they do a thing where they did Deadpool 2 and then like they were like, hey, we re-edited the movie so it's like a 12 as a joke, I think. I don't know, I didn't watch it, but I feel like they did that for Deadpool.
Yeah. It feels like something that would have happened.
Max, what are you looking forward to in Rebel Moon Part 2, The Scargiver?
I'm looking forward to who the Scargiver is. I can't wait.
I'm looking forward to finding out more about the robot. I'm sure. Here's the thing. I'm sure they recorded like so much Anthony Hopkins lines, but they only had like a little bit for the first part. And I bet he's gonna be all over Part 2.
Yeah, definitely, and I can't wait to listen to the audio logs from the straight, plug and play console for Rebel Moon that they're gonna release, and Anthony Hopkins is gonna do all the audio logs. And
I hope Netflix and Evil Genius kind of work it out, and we can get a Rebel Moon tabletop RPG. Because I know obviously they had some bad blood with the lawsuit and stuff. But I think that will really take it out. Because the one thing I'm like the movie might not be good, but I'm watching this like, damn, I wish I could be in the. I wish I could write my own stories in this world. I wish I could have a hand in a narrative set here, because there's just so much great like unique stuff, like spider people, weird orc aliens,
Griffins,
Japanese inspired planet.
I can't wait. But looking
Dystopia Space Station, Proud Boys, Warhammer 40k,
as you know,
Big Fish, Sci-fi, lightsabers, electric guns,
a bone stick that you hit people with,
a bone stick you hit people with, a planet that is some platforms above a raging ocean, a planet that is obelisks and a flat terrain. And so much more.
I can't
so
wait.
much more to work with, man.
I can't. I can't. It's a shame because having looked at the Crow system and having have seen the background suicide victim or suicide survivor, I would imagine that they probably had just a background rapist in the Rebel Moon tabletop game that you could probably pick background. Do
you think finally those Evil Genius books will have like an actual thing to give content warning about at the beginning? Also heads up, next week Stu's coming back, and we're talking we're coming back with the Evil Genius tabletop RPGs. We're gonna look through. We're gonna have some fun. We're gonna look through. We're gonna pick out some choice bits.
I have sacrificed my income.
Max paid hard-earned money. I hope you put the donation slider on Humble Bundle to Max on that one, because I definitely don't want either of the other people involved in that transaction getting money.
Yeah. Well, I did so. Well,
you did that. I sent that to you, and the next thing I knew, you were like, "Here they are." I'm like, well,
I sent him a screenshot of a very small snippet. I have not searched.
They're DRM free on Humble Bundle, aren't they?
Are you sure? I don't know.
Well, if they're DRM free, then he did. If they're not DRM free, then he didn't. Simple as that.
Simple as
that. Easy peasy. You got it.
Yeah.
You understand.
I can't wait for them to go to the planet of Jamaica.
Max is a new license holder, and he has created a sub-license for me to use and distribute these things. Anyway, we'll leave that. Oh man, Rebel Moon, man.
Rebel Moon, everybody.
That movie was so
go watch it so Netflix goes, oh, we got so many views on the people seeing this movie, which means nothing because they haven't paid for it.
How often in the last few years does Netflix come out with some shit that they are like, oh, we can't believe it. 8 billion people have streamed Squid Game. That's insane. Thank you so much for making a Squid Game reality. Rebel Moon, they are like, if they can't lie about that, they know nobody's watching this
No,
shit.
they said they had one of the biggest like releases. The thing about it is that the biggest
Oh,
like
brother.
the only thing is that
Yeah.
it doesn't matter because
no, yeah,
the fucking what's it
fuck
called,
with those
the
figures.
League of Legends show, what's it called?
I don't know. I didn't watch.
I don't remember what it's called, but that
the
one
League
was
of
like
Legends show.
the League of Legends animation show. It was a really good show, you know, like and that's the thing. It was successful. A lot of people watched it. No season 2, so what? How do you measure success? You know,
dude, the season 2 of that is coming out in like a week or something.
Are you sure about that?
Yeah, there was like trailers or something for it last week. I didn't watch
Oh.
them because, like I said, I haven't seen the show.
Yeah.
What is the show called?
I don't
League
remember
of
what it's called.
Legends show.
I've watched
Hold
it
on.
so long ago.
Arcane.
Arcane. There you go.
Dude, there's like hold on.
You made
It's
it
not
up.
on Wikipedia. No, I didn't make it up. There was like a
That's the season 2, November
Arcane
2024.
season
Next
2.
week, November 2024.
Alright, well, maybe not then. But still, there's one coming. Netflix drops Arcane season 2 trailer, confirms November arrival. Okay, not
Yeah.
next week. I was a little off, but
Yeah.
I was more correct than you of they're not making one.
Yeah, but the Netflix is it's gonna fall apart as a company in the next few months, so it doesn't matter, you know.
Maybe we'll see what happens to it then.
Yeah.
Everybody will be like, "No, okay."
I can't watch Rebel Moon anymore.
Oh,
'cause
damn
Netflix
it! Now I will never know who the Scargiver is.
will be the only like way to see the
Who?
movie is to listen to our podcast.
Who was the Child of Fire? Who? Who was the Child of Fire? Who is
If-
the Scargiver gonna be?
Dear viewer,
What is
if,
the Rebel Moon?
if you know who the Child of Fire is, could you please email us at deadanswers@gmail.com?
Zack Snyder, please email us and give us a script for Rebel Moon Part 1, A Child of Fire, so we can
Yeah.
see your notes on it. You can
Yeah,
see what
exactly.
the direction was.
Mm-hmm.
I wonder if it's out. Sometimes they release scripts like that online. Hold on. Rebel Moon script. Snyder Rebel Moon is like an AI bot script gone wrong. Uh-oh.
We
that's
should
not
do a
what I'm
thing where
doing.
we read the entire script.
Let's
we
do.
do,
Let's stick
like, a
to one
reading.
thing at a time. We're gonna do the commentary first. Let's stick to one thing at a time. Okay. All right. Let's leave it there. My final review: big thumbs down for Rebel Moon. Bad movie.
Yeah,
Bad
me too.
movie. Just an abysmally, creatively bankrupt movie.
Mm-hmm.
Just
There's nothing
devoid of any sort of anything that's worth engaging with. Anything of real substance.
Yeah.
Just painfully boring and strangely. I mean, I know it's just painfully like. No, what was I saying? Just strangely like weird with like sexual assault. I don't know why that's in there. I really don't know why that's in there. You know,
Because it's I don't know. It's just
it's
fucking,
like
it's like a horrendous thing that you can super easily put in your movie. You know.
like I get that they needed some sort of threat of violence or some kind of thing at the beginning to
They
spur
could have
the
literally
the
had
hero
like
on. I don't know
I-
why it needed to be. We are going
literally-
to gang rape this girl.
They could have
and-
literally had like a scene where they're gonna hang someone, and she like her stepdad. They could have had her fucking guardian
Yeah.
being hanged or something, and she has to do something, right? Because he like fucking knocks into a guy accidentally, and he goes like "Patach" or whatever he fucking screams. That guy was like screaming like weird shout that was like,
yeah.
and then there you go, fucking anything else, you know?
I don't know. Either way, thanks for listening. I guess we should have put a little content warning at the beginning that we would be talking about the sexual assault, threat of sexual assault.
Yeah, but it's a PG-13
The
movie, so you know,
It's
it's if you're
PG-13 movie,
older
that
than
means it's fine.
13, yeah.
Means if you're sorry, I'm sorry if we upset you, but take it up with Zack Snyder
Yeah,
because
Zack
this shit's
Snyder.
PG-13. Dude. This shit's 12. We didn't talk about anything that wasn't in the movie.
Yeah, exactly. And
hey, the R-rated version is probably going to be even worse, I guess.
mm-hmm.
I don't know how they could make it worse other than just adding cursing, I guess.
And like
some
blood.
gore.
Yeah. Gore.
Anyway, thanks for listening. This has been Dead Ensigns, Part 1, A Child of Fire. My name's Ben, this is Max. I don't think we even did like a proper
we haven't
intro
even
to this
introduced
episode.
ourselves. Yeah.
You know what, Max? Cut it. Take this and cut it in the beginning. Well, welcome to Dead Ensigns. We forgot to do the intro. I'm Ben, this is Max.
Yeah, that's me.
All
Here's
right,
the
yeah,
review.
Just slide that in. Anyway, if you want to engage with us, we can be found on Twitter, Dead Ensigns, YouTube, Dead Ensigns. You can leave a comment on the podcast uploads if you feel like it. Watch the movie I made, with me and Max's first movie. It's on our YouTube. It's 2 hours long, and I made it all myself. I'm proud of it.
Filmmaking is my passion.
I'm proud of it. I stand by it. It's probably one of the greatest works I've ever done, and I hope that you see it and you love it. And if you don't, that's fine too. Just let me know how I can improve as well. Leave a comment.
Add it on Rotten Tomatoes at this
Put it up. Add it to your Letterboxd.
Yeah.
We give it 5 stars, preferably. And alongside that, rate the podcast if you can. Subscribe to it. Save it. Yada yada yada. deadensigns@gmail.com. Bye.
Bye.
It's shorted out, sir. We're gonna have to phaser it.
Then what are you waiting for?
Right away, sir.
Faster would be better, Ensign.
I can't, sir. We don't want to...
That's enough.
But, sir...
Stand aside, Carlton. I'm going through. You're alive. Good.